Well, hello, my lovelies. It's Murky Meg here. It is Friday, the 29th of March, and it is Good Friday. So I would like to wish everybody who celebrates it a happy Easter, and I hope that this video finds you well, prosperous, and thriving. But I'd also like to just take a few minutes, as always, as I tend to do occasionally, and just thank you all for listening. Without you guys, I could not be here. Even in my darkest of times, my anxiety-ridden body, which unfortunately, since menopause hit after I had my radical hysterectomy, has really dogged me quite a lot, and for no apparent reason. But it is because you guys love what I do. I keep doing it, so thank you very much. You guys spur me on, and I love you all very, very dearly. And I do really genuinely mean that. You mean the world to me. Over the last couple of videos, I've kind of hinted what's happened over the last couple of years, 4 years. And it's kind of stirred up quite a lot of emotions for me. This is why I'm going to do this video today. I firmly believe that Harry and Meghan are complicit in what is happening with the royal family right now. And bear with me, I have my reasons. The first reason is over the past 3 years, their relentless attacks on the royal family has led to media speculation. It's ramped up conspiracy theories, it's ramped up hatred towards the royal family, and it's ramped up people questioning their ideology, their principles, and the foundations that they stand on. It's made people question whether or not we need a monarchy and whether or not the monarchy should be held accountable, when in fact their motto has always been never complain, never explain, or never explain, never complain, whichever way you want to view it. I found myself logging on to Twitter this morning, or X, whatever you call it, and people are actually criticising Prince Charles because he wore the same tie twice in 2 separate videos. The man likes the tie, what can I say? And here lies the problem, is that Harry especially, but Harry and Meghan, have been very, very outspoken against hatred on the internet. Harry himself is a commissioner for the Aspen Institute. And in November 2021, on Archwell's website, is a report, Prince Harry and Aspen Commission colleagues release much anticipated report on misinformation crisis. And here's what it says. Today, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, co-founder of Archwell, joined a group of his colleagues who have been working together for more than half a year to release an ambitious report on tackling the growing mis- and disinformation problem in technology, media and social media. One of the key points with regards to this report was accountability for super spreaders of online lies. Now just look at what's happened since Princess Catherine said that she was going to take time out because she was having abdominal surgery. Just what's happened since then. Look at the whirlwind of conspiracy, disgusting conspiracy theories that have surrounded the royal family, specifically Princess Catherine. But now it comes, Prince Charles is also being targeted. I'm aware of the In Touch Weekly magazine article with regards to King Charles. This is pure speculation, and that's all I'm going to say on the matter. I'm not going to comment on it because A, it's come from In Touch Weekly magazine, and also it's come from Twitter/X social media, which, how can you trust it? How can you trust somebody randomly saying, I know what he's got? I'm not discussing it. End of story. Anyway, my point being is that yet again, these conspiracy theories are ramping up. So you would have thought that a champion and somebody who sits on a committee for misinformation, specifically targeting the super spreader of lies, would have something to say about it. Not only that, actual supporters of this couple are the ones, the driving force for the majority of these conspiracy theories and nasty rumours. Only a couple of weeks ago, Meghan Markle herself was speaking on the SXSW panel, which stands for South by Southwest. She was speaking on a panel called Breaking Barriers, Shaping Narratives, How Women Lead on and Off the Screen, where she discussed her discomfort with how often women target other women online. She said, as we look at what's happening in social media, there is so much work to be done in terms of keeping people safe. That starts as we see what's happening with children and their exposure to things, but also just creating these habits. That what I find the most disturbing, frankly, especially as a supporter of women, is how much of the hate is women completely spewing that to other women, and I cannot make sense of that. So we have Harry on the Aspen Institute committee. We have Meghan speaking about women supporting women and online hate, yet we have their fans who, quite frankly, are one of the biggest and the loudest there is out there with regards to online hate. Plain devil's advocate, they would spout back, say, well, we only do it because Meghan Markle receives hate. But what they do goes beyond the pale of anything that I have ever said, and I don't know about you guys. I would never say some of the things that I have read with regards to the Sussex Squad. Now, yesterday I did a video on Christopher Boozy, and like I said, I don't like talking about this man, but he is relevant right now. And he is still spouting conspiracy theories, saying that the farm shop video was fake and that they used a body double and it was all a setup. And a lot of people are calling out. And if you want to watch yesterday's video, I've popped a link up in the right-hand corner. It focuses on Christopher Boozy and also the Sussex Squad, who are being called out right now by the British media and also Australian media. But here lies the problem, is that Christopher Boozy, with all his, I'm not their cheerleader, he was on their Netflix show. And everybody who says, well, it was the producer that kind of got him to do it. Are you saying that Harry and Meghan had no say in what happened on their Netflix docuseries, reality series, TV show? No, of course they did. It was done by Archwell Productions. Are they not Archwell Productions? Of course they are. They would have had some form of control over what is and what wasn't put in that show. They were executive producers. Also, if you actually look at Harry's Wikipedia page, it actually references the Sentinel report, which has been completely debunked. Even Twitter themselves said it was completely nonsensical and didn't exist. Because this report by Sentinel, as we all know, because we've all covered it, prompted an investigation by Twitter, which stated it found no evidence of widespread coordination between the accounts. And it said that they'd taken action against users who violated Twitter's conduct policy. So Sentinel is still on Harry's Wikipedia page. In 2021, Prince Harry discussed with Wired where he blasted social media networks for not taking action against accounts that spread hate and misinformation and accused the UK media of amplifying gossip from bad actors online. He said perhaps the most troubling part of this is the number of British journalists interacting with and amplifying the hate and the lies, but they regurgitate these lies as truth. Prince Harry went on to discuss Mexit and the term widely adopted after he and Meghan announced that their decision to step back as senior working roles in 2020, calling the phrase misogynistic. It was created by trolls, amplified by royal correspondents, and it grew and grew and grew onto mainstream media, he said. But it began with a troll. The reason why I'm saying all of this is that in the past, Harry and Meghan have spoken out about internet trolls and hate and lies being put as truths. Now, a lot of people say that I'm a hate account, but I pride myself on bringing facts. And those of you that know me and know how I work know that I will say if it is my opinion and whether it is fact. So, do you think it is about time that Harry and Meghan spoke out about Christopher Boozy? Because, come on, they are directly linked with him. Because he was on their show. Harry himself has referenced his Sentinel report multiple times in various ways. So I am very, very sceptical when people say, well, they must not know about him. Of course they know about him. Of course they do. Because he's made reference to Sentinel's report, i.e. he knows who they are, and also Boozy was in his show. Remember, this is the man that is speaking out against misinformation and that is on a committee that goes against misinformation and finding and holding accountable the super spreaders of lies. It's literally on their Archwell website. Now, on the back of all of these articles coming out about A, Boozy, and B, the Sussex Squad trolling, do you not think it's about time that they distance themselves from both? But of course, they can't. They can't dissociate themselves or condemn the Sussex Squad and or Boozy because this is their core demographic. It is their supporters. What do you think would happen if they came out and said, we don't actually agree with what you're saying? They are stuck between a rock and a hard place of their own making. Now, a lot of people are saying that they need to do this, but they physically can't. And it's their own fault. But it is extremely hypocritical of both of them who have been so vocal on misinformation and lies. It is especially important now with regards to Meghan Markle releasing her American Riviera Orchard or Arrow website that she needs their help to flog her products. But playing devil's advocate, as I always try and do, people would say, well, nobody spoke out about Harry and Meghan. Well, they haven't been vocal about misinformation, have they? Harry and Meghan have. In fact, Harry, as I've said previously, has stuck his flag in that and championed misinformation and is on a blinking board. I'm not holding my breath. There will be no statement. There'll be nothing with regards to this. They will stay silent. So does that mean they're complicit? Because they have a habit of just rattling out statements here, there and everywhere against other forms of misinformation when they feel wronged. I find their silence very telling. I really, really do. So I would like to know what you guys think. Do you think that it doesn't really matter what Harry and Meghan have to say because it's all anyway? Do you think that they should come out and distance themselves with regards to Boozy and Sentinel and that report? Because Harry himself, as I've said, has referenced that report many, many times. But the fact that Harry is on the Aspen Institute committee speaks volumes in my own personal opinion. Will they ever distance themselves from Boozy and or their squad? As always, I would love to know your thoughts. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the notification bell and also that like button. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of my followers for all the tips and all the emails, DMs that everybody sends to me. It really is greatly appreciated. So thank you very much for watching once again.